Hey kiddo, welcome back to another episode. I am Trina, your host, and of course, I've got Zeb and Jake with me as well. If you want to say hi,
Hello.
Hi.
hello. We are going to be expanding on our TennoCon experience, day two. So we just released an episode on the cosplay contest and the concert. I almost did the whole like cosplay concert thing again, but
Concert.
yes. So we just released that. So if you want to hear our experience from day one, go out and listen to that first. But today we're going to talk all about day two, which is really focused more on the panels and the overall experience of TennoCon. This was really like, the new and exciting things that were coming out, and they did some fun giveaways and just did like a pull back the curtain and behind the scenes on a lot of stuff. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the panels today and how we felt. So to start us off, why don't we talk about some of our favorite moments from day two? Who would like to
Sure.
start?
I can go first.
Okay.
Um, it was really cool to see the Soulframe panel. Um, we haven't had a lot about Soulframe, and we don't get as much about Soulframe as we do about Warframe and stuff like that. So it's always cool to see new stuff, and we got to see the new kind of prelude, I think is what they're
Prelude,
calling
isn't
it.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it was about Boromir. Boromir? No, that's from Lord of the Rings.
Bromius, I think, is the
Bromius,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the thing. You almost tricked me there.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you and your like names, you're just mixing things up.
I know. I do that a lot, yeah. Bromius, who's bear guardian or something like that, and that whole story was so cool to see. I think I watched it more than once afterwards, just because the music's so well done and stuff like that, and it was just so cool, and we got to see the floppet, I think is what it was called.
Flop it.
It was a flying mouse that brought you to where you wanted to go and stuff like that. It was really cool to see and stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that prelude and whatnot for Soulframe. So yeah.
I really like that they introduced another creature that can help guide you. Like right now in Soulframe, it's just the bird. Like you snap your fingers and the bird takes you. But with this new prelude, they wanted to introduce some of the more some more creatures, and that the Floppet came to be, right? And we definitely learned about that a little bit during the panel for Soulframe. But I really think that's why I enjoy Soulframe so much, is because there's so many different animals and you can save them,
Yeah.
and some of them give you hugs when you save them. Like that is like such a Trina game. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just love
True.
it. But
Yeah. And I'm like looking forward to the non-disclosed capturing of said creatures and putting them into your weapon and stuff like that. I think it's
Oh,
gonna
the
be
moat system.
yeah, the moat system. I think that'll be really cool to see. Because I just want to collect them all. Gotta catch them all.
I was
Whoa.
I was confused when you said non-disclosed. I was like, they mentioned it a few times now.
Sorry, I meant like non. It's not
same but different.
Pokemon. It's not
Yeah,
Pokemon.
this is true. Yeah,
Yeah,
different catching system.
yeah, exactly.
All right, Zeb, you want to go next?
Oh, sure. No, my favorite moment was, I mean, if you've been paying attention at all, I love lore, so obviously my favorite was the narrative panel and just them talking about the story and everything. And I think what blew me away the most was when what is it? Yeah, Adrian Bot said that they just have like a Bible for their story that if it leaked, would probably show us the next like 5 years of Warframe planned stories. So the fact that they even have the story like that planned out ahead is awesome to me. They're not just winging it and gonna be going back to retconning a million things because they didn't plan on making more or whatever. They have a plan for the story they're telling, so that's exciting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had during that panel, they actually showed us some of those pages. Like it was like do not share, like do not show, but like they showed us and it was really cool. So if you haven't seen that panel yet, I believe they put each of the panels up on YouTube, but you can watch the whole VOD on Twitch too and everything. So I would highly recommend if you're a lore person to go look at that narrative panel.
It was very good. And then I also had Amelia Tyler on it. So if you love Baldur's Gate or Eleanor from Warframe, and that's also a good watch. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Is there a particular reason you're bringing up Amelia on that one?
I mean, I just love her, but they also did a part where, what was it?
It was
it a
for
fan
the
that did it?
No, it was the casting call, I'm pretty sure.
No, not the itchy balls thing. There's no way.
Well, maybe not that. I don't know, because they were like talking about the character they wanted Amelia to play, but it was like very vague, like didn't really say a name or what game, right? Like it was just giving you like descriptors of it. And then they went into that piece that I thought it was supposed to be maybe in the game, but then they didn't put it in the game or something. I don't know.
Essentially, the moment that happened was Amelia Tyler acted like her character Eleanor and made a Skaldra troop get distracted by making him think his balls were itchy. And it was hilarious, and she did it so professionally. Like, voice actors are something else, man. I don't know if I could do that like in 1 hour, let alone a whole day, without cracking up every single time I tried that. Well, there's no way.
Not live on stage, that's for sure.
Especially live on stage and live streaming. Oh
yeah.
But she's awesome. All the voice cast they're amazing, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
they got good people on their teams, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
What about you?
I was gonna say, for me, it is probably gonna be the charitable work that they did. So they brought James Conlon in last year because they were donating to Make-A-Wish. And James Conlon's wish was to be a voice actor. So speaking of voice actors, he voices Ollie, which is the like the little race car game in '99.
Motorcycle race.
Yeah. And I went and played it like after the con, and it's just so cute and adorable, and he does such a great job. Because I didn't know about Ollie before the con, just because we're new players, right? And they brought him up on the stage, and everyone's like chanting Ollie, Ollie, and it was just like so high emotion. And then the Make-A-Wish person started to talk, as well as James' mom, and I think his dad was there too, maybe, but his mom for sure.
His mom spoke though.
And like that whole speech of like how much they like Warframe and DE like changed his life, and how he just like he can do anything that he wants. Like he just feels that empowerment from just being a voice actor because DE made that happen. And the whole time, like I think all three of us were like in tears. Like it was like really cool to see. And then they announced again that they were donating to Make-A-Wish again this year, as well as and Jake, if you want to help me out, it was like the London Mental Health Association, I believe, as well.
Yeah, something like that. They were helping to build houses for
instead of be able to house 2 families.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's for people that might be needing help and stuff and they have a family, then they can go live there
Yeah.
and whatnot. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
So-
So their charitable work is just so cool and so powerful. Like I know TennoCon, like that is the whole reason they started these conventions, right?
Mhm.
So that they could raise money for charity. So it's really cool to see how much it impacts both the community as well as, you know, individual people like James Conlon. So
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
to add to that, they brought James up, but it was like in the morning, right? Like that was one of the first things they did.
yeah, I
as
think it
part
was
of
like
their
the opening one.
opening
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then they announced that, hey, if you wanted, they would Make a Wish had just a booth, and you can go say hi to James. And then it was right at the beginning of TennoLive, they came back and said, like over like hundreds of people went to go say hi to James,
And
that
get
just
autographs.
and get
Mhm.
autographs, and it just warmed my heart to know so many. Like we were stuck in our seats pretty much the whole day, but to know that so many people went to go see him was awesome. Like the community is at least 75% why this game is so cool.
I would argue
Yeah.
more than 75, but
Bullet jumping does a lot. Okay. Being a space ninja is awesome.
yeah, that's true. All right. Well, I think we should move into some of the panels that we saw then, and just kind of talk about why we enjoyed them. Like, what were some of the highlights? And there were three big ones, for Warframe, which were the narrative, the art, and the sound. And then there was also a Soulframe, I almost said podcast panel, and TennoLive we'll talk about at the end, but five, I believe, panels in total, if I just did my math right. So, what were some of the highlights from a panel or multiple panels for you guys?
I think one of the cool things too was obviously like TennoLive is gonna be the big kind of showcase of everything, but they did kind of feed us a little bit of new things with throughout those panels. So we got to know about like the devil Warframe that's coming through the animation art and animation panel. And then also we got to learn that there was new proto frames that were coming through the narration story and narration panel as well. So I thought it was really cool to like that we sort of, even though maybe people might think these are kind of smaller panels and stuff like that, we were still kind of getting fed some exciting news just from those panels. So
Yeah, and I think from the sound panel, they actually played the new song from the next major
oh yeah, yeah,
update
you're
that's
right.
coming out too.
They played like a tease of the strings because it was like the first time they had brought a full orchestra into play for a song, which it was good.
Yeah, what's that? That's the Lullaby of the Manifold.
Yes.
I think that's what it's called.
Wow, you can
Yeah.
remember that name? That one was way over my head.
I didn't just pop up my Spotify and look at it
Yeah, no,
really
it's like
quickly.
top of my playlist right now.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I like the sound panel was cool, seeing how creative they are in making their sounds. Like I think they said like very little is third party sounds. They go out in the field and try to collect as much as they can, and like go into a park at midnight when no one should be in a park at midnight. And I mean,
She ran into
the
wolves,
commitment.
wasn't it? Or coyotes? Something like that?
Yeah, something. It
Something
was something
like
that I
that.
wouldn't want to run into. But
Yeah, she was like in a park in Toronto or something
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, that was because we got like those little like vignettes of what, like how they made specific sounds
I love
and
that.
stuff like
yeah.
that. That was really cool. Like the helicopter sound that we heard, like you hear in Helvania and stuff like that. It was just like some, I forget what it was. Something weird.
I think it was just like a computer sound that they
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then they warped and wobbled.
They used
Yeah.
Reaper, which is like an
Yeah,
audio
right.
production type thing. But I thought it was really cool just kind of seeing the behind the scenes, and like they put like rubber bands on the volume things and like just move them together. Like who would have thought to do that kind of stuff? Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
so cool.
yeah. Yeah, it's probably a lot cheaper to be able to like do stuff like this than like have to like get sounds of an actual helicopter and
Yeah,
stuff
for
like that,
sure.
you know? So it's kind of cool how scrappy they are almost with their sound.
Yeah. I think too, if I remember in the Soulframe one, they actually did like live sounds, right? If you remember at the very beginning, it was like they were in a pool and like making a bunch
Yeah.
of sounds for
Oh
Soulframe.
yeah.
Like that was
Yeah,
really cool too.
yeah. Yeah.
I think just their ability to build what they have with the limited tools that they use. It seemed like when they were doing the animation and they were talking about like the kissing scene, and it was so cool because it was like they weren't they would just be like behind one person behind the other, but the computer doesn't know, and so it works
Right. Yeah.
perfectly. So it
Yeah.
just avoids a lot of that unnecessary stress, and you don't have to bring in a coordinator for an actual kissing scene and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And so
Yeah.
they're very creative in the limited resources they have, which I mean, that's what we've been seeing a lot of lately with indie games and stuff.
Yeah.
Not saying Warframe's indie, but
Uh,
they're smaller than most.
the other thing they mentioned too was they like to reuse stuff, but not necessarily in the same way, right? Like I think they mentioned that they had made like took like a heel sound, like someone walking, and then used it for like the spray sound almost for Araxia, or some maybe it was vice versa, but they like use it in different ways, and
Oh
I thought that
yeah.
was super creative. Like I
Hmm.
never would have thought to do any of that kind of stuff.
Or Amelia Tyler as the
Oh,
infected that she takes out in the
yes.
99 quest. That was insane to know that she'd also wait. Like she was basically talking to herself. And no.
Yeah. Or like how um the cheer for the online in the
That blew me
fight
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
um in the fight for the in the boy band fight that you get in Warframe when they're cheering online is the crowd from last year's TennoCon
Yeah.
uh chanting online, which I thought was really cool that
All those people are in the game.
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
I really hope, because if you didn't watch TennoLive, like at the very beginning, the president like made us chant like we're Tenno, we believe. I really hope they use that for something in the game, like in the future.
That'd be
Because that would be
cool.
so cool, right? But
Yeah.
Isn't that when Megan said, "Are we in a cult?"
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe? Did we join a call? I don't
Did we
know.
just join a cult?
I'm okay with joining this cult.
Good cult.
Yeah.
I thought too, it was really cute, and it was during the sound panel. They had Alpha up there who voices Aoi, and they were talking about Kome, which is the like puppet warframe, and
Mm-hmm.
talking
Mhm.
about like the different abilities and the like the ultimate or the four button, about how they use like a music box and stuff. But they also have Kome like chant something in Japanese, and they like Aoi didn't even know that like she voiced, or Aoi Alpha didn't even know that she had voiced that chant, and like it was so cute. Like she's like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. I'll have to play her more. But it's just like they just reuse things, and they're just so creative of how they decide to do that, and they might have recorded things like so long ago, and the voice actors or whoever might not even know that that's going to get used for this piece, right?
Right.
They're just recording. So yeah.
I'd love to see their like big file of just sounds and stuff
It's
like
probably
how
like
they
bajillion terabytes.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I know just
Yeah,
with
just like
us like recording stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna need more storage soon.
yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah.
for sure. But it's just like I wonder if they're like, I wonder like what we can use for this specific frame or this specific sound, and then it's like oh, we already have something, we can just kind of like pitch it up or do something with it.
Hmm.
And so I wonder how, like, yeah, how much they do actually do that. Like, considering they've only told us a few things, it would be interesting to know. But yeah.
I definitely know once I got home that when I started playing Warframe again, I was kind of just like listening to every like little sound. Like, do I recognize this? Is this someone else? Like, is this one of the voice actors like repeating, but like they're not actually like, it's not the 99 voice actor part. It's like someone else like earlier in the game or something. I don't know, but it's just like I'm listening to every little thing. Like, did they use Reaper for this? Did they use items in their bathroom to make this sound? Like, how did they make this? So it's just so interesting to think about. But
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm going to move into the art panel a little bit.
Oh.
One thing I thought was really neat was the fact that they are still using designs and ideas from someone that was very, very important to the Warframe community. And I just had to pull up their name again because I had forgotten it, but they kept mentioning this Minky person. And for us, we're new, right? I didn't really know who that was. And after TennoCon, I looked them up and they have put so much into Warframe from the very beginning, and even all the way up to the newest proto frame, the Devil frame. Like this is their creation idea, and I think in the panel they said this is one of their last, or is the last thing that they have from them. And just to say that, like, they did pass away from, I believe it was cancer. So like they are such a big part of the Warframe art, and I just wanted to call that out, that I thought that was really neat that they are still honoring Minky and just such a big part of Warframe. And I hope that in the future, like, I know they're kind of at the end of what they had from Minky, but they continue to use like thoughts and ideas maybe that they had with Minky to kind of continue.
I'm sure
into
they
Warframe.
help inspire other people
Yeah,
with their
for sure.
ideas too that they put into Warframe.
And I watched on their Twitch, they have a little like remembering Minky a VOD that they like have highlighted. And in there, like, they had mentioned like Minky had trained so many people that still work at DE, and like I can only imagine like we're gonna still continue to see the same styles and artwork come out from some of the other people. But yeah,
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, I don't know if we heard thoughts from you on the panels, or maybe we did, but
Yeah, I just said about the how we kind of got some
yes, the teaser.
news. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, we were kind of all just chiming in, so I was just making sure everyone got a chance. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Well, then I think we should jump into the TennoLive experience. And right away, you're pulling things out, Seb.
I forgot I brought my bag up.
Ah.
I got this thing.
Oh, the lights. Yeah, mine's not even in my room, but
I gotta hang it up somewhere.
They were trying to hype up TennoLive like even before the live stream started. So when you were in the room, they handed out and Zeb just showed it the light, and we'll post some pictures and stuff too for the video. But they handed out the light, and then they brought out what we thought were beach balls. But they were like light up balls, and they were a little bit heavier than a beach ball, like a lot heavier, but they were like tossing them around throughout the crowd, which was really fun until you got whacked in the head with one and it hurt. And we had the poor like accessibility folks in front of us, and like we were trying to guard them, and the security were trying to guard them because like we don't want them to get hurt either, right?
They couldn't turn around to do anything.
Yeah. So
not well thought out where that was.
Well, I have there was a photographer that was taking some photos, and I have a really funny photo that I found from where we were sitting, it's like me pushing the ball away, and then there's another photo where you can't, like, you see me, but you can't see Jake because he's like cowering in fear from this ball. So I'll post both of those photos. But yeah, these balls were fun, but not super fun when you got hit. And I think it was earlier on, maybe on day 1 or day 2, but we were looking at our badge, right? And on the back it said, like, we're not responsible for any injuries you may, like, get or whatever. And we're like, huh, that's kind of weird. Why would they put that disclaimer on there, you know? And then we learned it was for those balls.
The holder of the badge assumes all risk and danger incidental to TennoCon, whether occurring prior to, during, or after.
Yeah, so.
I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah. Those, and I was like, I was actually like wondering if we were gonna break any like equipment.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Like there was so much expensive equipment.
Yeah, they were
around
streaming that.
Yeah,
so there's so many cameras and
there's
cameras, switchboard, control panels in the back. It's like,
Yeah, the poor security guards, they're like trying to guard the accessibility folks and then trying to guard the equipment, and eventually they just started like grabbing the balls and like taking them away.
Yeah, they were like, put them they just start collecting them in the front and like, all right, take them away. Nope.
Yeah. The voice actor for Amir walked past us while this was all going on, and he like looked behind, and I just heard him go, "This is madness."
I remember that. I remember that.
So
oh my goodness.
I think they were trying to get out of the way too.
Yeah. I really hope that none of the accessibility folks in front of us were injured, because I felt really bad. Like, we were really trying hard to like protect them. Like, please don't hurt them.
I basically had my hands up this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm hoping no one got hurt.
Yeah.
I don't think
but I feel like we would have known.
Yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
that was an interesting way to start the TennoLive.
Yeah. And this was even before the stream even started, so
yeah.
people that were
to keep
watching
us
online
entertained.
were probably like, had no clue what was going on. So then TennoLive started, and we mentioned this before. The president came up, and I always forget his name. I don't even have it here, but
he's not part of the panelist.
I know he's not part of the panelist. President came up, and he really wanted to talk through Warframe's history, and some of the big events that have happened over the years. And after every time, he made us chant, "We're Tenno, we believe," which I mentioned this earlier, but it was just a powerful moment. Like, yeah, like maybe we felt kind of like we were joining a cult. And I remember Roger like texted me like, "Are you guys joining a cult?" Because he was watching online. But this community, and throughout the entire day, like, or the entire weekend, really, like, I don't think there was a moment where I felt like I didn't belong, right? Like, I was a new player, but I always felt like I was a part of this community, and everyone made you feel that way, right? Like, there was a person that was giving out the little platinum pieces, another person giving out, like, the Hero chassis blueprint. Like, there was just so much, like, love and enjoyment, and no one was, like, upset or, like, there was no, like, tears or whatever. Like, yeah, we had content creators there and press and, you know, just general admission, and there was, like, a VIP, right? But I never felt like there was a scale, right? Like, I felt like we were just all one community, and it was just so powerful in that moment to kind of just hear everyone, and the staff just being kind of intertwined in all of us, both at the concert and here, and it was just such a powerful, like, wholesome experience, honestly. And I don't think I could feel that way if I went, I mean, and we talked about this, I think, on the Gamerheads podcast, where I don't think there are many, if any, other games that do their own convention, right? And so I think that's one thing that makes, like, DE and Warframe, like, so strong and so powerful, to have such a great community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, and I do think it is kind of like it's digital extremes that kind of like makes this community happen in a way, but it's also the thousands of people that play the game and just like I don't know. There's so many like games out there where they have such toxic communities to them and
Mhm.
stuff like that, and it doesn't feel like that for Warframe. And yeah, it's almost like you're a little bit more proud to be uh, a Warframe player just because of uh, how cool the community is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So then after the president spoke, I'm just trying to remember correctly. Who came up next? Was it just the like Steve and Megan
I
and
think
Rev?
Megan came out to introduce, because she was the host.
Right,
Mhm.
So she
yeah,
came
that's
out and
right.
introduced everyone else.
And then we were chanting everyone's name as
Yes.
they came up.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
And even I think when they walked off too at the end, like we were chanting their names too. That was like
I thought
such a cool thing throughout the whole weekend. Just the
I
chanting.
was I was laughing really hard too because the stage for this was so long. Like it's a really long stage. And so every time they would say that someone's coming up, it took them like a good minute to get to the center of the stage. So there's some extra chanting for each person.
Yeah. Then once everyone got up, and I guess even in the beginning too, like just going back to our lights, right? Like they were changing different colors and people were cheering with them. And it was really cool just to see like the whole room just being lit up with these lights. And I kind of creeped on some of the stream that was going on just to see if I could see us at all. But it was just really cool if you were online watching too to see like all the lights and everything, which was really cool before the announcements. But then when they did the actual like demo for the upcoming major update, oh my goodness, that was the coolest experience. Like take like the concert, like that the lights with the music, and then like put it with the demo of the game, right? And like I couldn't imagine like how hard that was to coordinate all the lights between the two.
Right.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah.
And we had talked to some friends who were in the relay that was happening at the same time. And while they didn't have their own lights, right? In the game, like there was cool like lights and different colors and stuff happening in the relay. And the big it's escaping my head, but what the main character is for the new major
The
update.
Sentinel.
The Sentinel, thank you. That big Sentinel, right, like came into the relay, and I like I'm kind of sad I missed the relay experience because that sounded really cool too. But it was really awesome to be in person as well. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
the relay itself sounded really cool, but it sounded like if you weren't watching the stream, you're like, what the heck is going on? There's these
oh,
three, there's this nun that looks like Rihanna that's giant. There's this monk looking dude, and then there's the giant devil. What are these things?
Yeah.
I watched a couple of like YouTubers that were reacting to it, and they're like, what? Oh, TennoCon's happening right now. That makes a lot more sense.
wait, so they were in the relay but didn't realize like there
They
was a
weren't watching
stream
it,
to go
or
along with it?
I'm sure I don't know, but they were just like, what are these giant things?
Oh my goodness.
Like, why is there a giant Rihanna on my screen?
There's also like there was like 5,000 instances or something like that for the relay
Yeah.
when TennoLive was going on.
And it crashed the in-game chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of heartburn probably with the staff over the weekend between Soulframe opening up to
Oh, yeah.
all the people that have signed up, which if I remember correct, they said that they had like 1 million signups, and before that open up weekend, it was like only like 250,000 people had gotten a code to get in. So there was still a whole lot of people to get in. And so once they gave out those codes, I'm sure those servers were a little toasty. And then with this relay experience too, like, poor DE with their heartburn on that.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the demo overall?
Oh,
Are you excited?
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is it the end of 2025 yet so we can play it? Like,
Yeah, we haven't gotten an official date on that yet, have we?
no, because we have an update before that, which is the unannounced fall 2025 update.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure to put the edit with the crossed out 4.
With this unannounced 60-second frame, that's a fun guy.
Oh yeah, he's a fun guy.
Yeah, which is interesting because we got the devil frame, but
which is the
he's
63rd.
Yeah, he's not the next frame to come out. We're still
they showed off the 63rd, but we have no idea what the 62nd looks like.
Yeah, exactly. So so I assume that will be with the fall update, and then the devil frame would be with the newest.
I think so.
With the major update, I think all 3 proto frames are coming with the major update.
Major, yeah.
Which we don't.
And
have
so part of the old war story though,
right?
But it's a separate side quest thing that eventually tie in, I'm sure. But
yeah, for sure. I also have to say, like, and I've seen it so much on like TikTok of people reacting to the new drifter abilities with the ultimate almost
really big freaking sword.
Yeah, pulling the sword out of the void and stuff like that, and so I'm really excited for whatever the heck that's gonna be.
Can't wait to just spam that ability.
Just knock out a whole ship. Like,
yeah. And it like we're also kind of big Final Fantasy players and stuff like that, so we understand limit break and whatnot. It almost seems like we're getting a limit break in Warframe.
Without actually calling it a limit break.
yeah, exactly.
Again,
ultimate,
we don't
super whatever you want to call
it. Yeah.
We don't want to get DE in trouble. No Pokemon, no Final Fantasy.
No.
Completely different.
I'm sure there's lots of games that have ultimates in it. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Or supers,
Or supers, exactly.
Ultimate, so similar. Yeah. And I think they had mentioned that there is, and I don't remember when this was, but I think they've mentioned that with the other drifter or operator stuff, like because they're doing an update on the operator, they were gonna look at all of the schools and stuff, and maybe in the future we might get ultimates.
And speaking of operators, we're getting the operator rework, so our operators are gonna look glossy, wet, children-y.
Yeah.
And they're working on the hair and stuff like that, which I think is
so excited for the hair.
Fashion frame, baby.
Yeah.
I think in the demo she was using a new hair because that was part of the update, and I'm like, oh, it's so cute. I want it. I don't care how much it costs. I want it.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I mean, I don't know. They're so good with story and stuff like that. I'm so interested what's happening in this. We're getting Lloyd back, which is really cool. They kind of seem like they're like part of the crew now almost, which is neat. So and kind of diving more into Tau, and that's another big thing.
How are we not?
I was waiting to say it, and then in 2026 we're going to Tau.
Going back to Tau.
Yeah. So this, like, the new update, we're seeing like Tau, like when it was big and not destroyed and stuff like that. Pre-war Tau. And then next year we're actually getting to go to Tau, which is really cool.
In current
So,
state, like what does it
in
look
current
like
state.
now, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
And I don't know what this means for our star map, but I am definitely interested to see.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But yeah, I'm very excited. I think like also I always think about like what type of weapons are we gonna get? Like what kind of cool looking new weapons are gonna be with the expansion and stuff like that? Because like 99 had some cool skins for specific weapons to make them look like they're like kind of like 99
Infected.
era. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
it'll be cool. Maybe we'll get some like sentinel weapons and stuff like that, which would be really neat.
I have a feeling you're probably on the right track.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Caliban Prime is coming out,
That's
which
true.
is Sentinel Orican hybrid, pretty much. Like
Yeah.
that summons Sentinels to his side. So
Yeah,
they're giving
that
him
comes
that. Yeah.
that comes out the 26th, so
Yeah.
that's like not that far away. So that's really exciting. I'm excited to try and get him figured out. I didn't get Caliban just because I had so much resources I had to get. So I'm kind of excited to work on Caliban Prime almost and go with that because he's also getting some cool looking like new Prime versions of his Sentinel
Yeah.
army and stuff. I played him a little bit in like the circuit and Deviri, and he's really fun. So yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, before we wrap up, is there anything that we missed talking about that you're like, oh, I really wanted to make sure I mentioned this?
Oh, I mean, there's one thing that I feel like I get yelled if I didn't mention it because some people know me. But Ben Star as
Was the
the
fridge?
quote unquote fridge frame was awesome, and I will. No, so he interrupted their panel at PAX, right? He's interrupted their panels at TennoCon. I'm gonna be disappointed if he breaks the pattern and doesn't interrupt whatever next big thing they do, because he seems to be always hanging out with DE in some way or what. So, and I love Ben Star, so that was pretty cool to see him do that.
I actually just saw that they're in London, UK right now, for
Oh,
the
yeah.
Tenno VIP event in London. So I did see that Amelia Tyler was there. So I wonder if
They were trying
Ben
to
Starr.
summon Arthur, Ben Starr, right? But then they got Amelia instead. So I don't know if Ben's gonna still appear, but
yeah,
I thought that was cute how they were putting that on their stories.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I
yeah.
do want to mention with Ben Starr too, like he has such a great relationship with DE, and I remember when we were at the PAX East like press Q&A after, one thing that they had mentioned was like Balatro and Ben Starr and how like DE like, you know, Balatro the creator is in Canada too, and so like they have a good relationship with them, and apparently the whole like Ben Starr like being the Joker for Balatro at whatever award ceremony that was because DE set them up together, like Balatro and Ben. Like I just thought that was so cool, like just kind of making all those connections, and I don't know, just cool to think about.
It was cool to think like if it wasn't for Warframe, we wouldn't have Ben Starr in clown makeup.
Yeah,
It's true.
Exactly. Yeah.
What about you, Drake? Anything else top of mind that you're like, I wish we mentioned that?
Maybe just one small thing. We didn't get to see it too much, but when we got to go outside, there was a little market set up.
Yes.
The Cetus market.
The Cetus market, yeah. So they just had some booths set up, and then there was also some food trucks that you could get food from. But then yeah, it was kind of neat to see all the Cetus markets and or the booths and whatnot. That was kind of neat to have, and just like there was a fair bit of kind of just sets almost put around the whole conference and stuff. So there was a cool Arthur statue, and his like blade would spin every once in a while, which was really neat. And I thought that like just all the kind of sets that they had were really cool to look at. So yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I can't believe we haven't talked about that yet. There were so many cool like photo opportunities, not only at the convention, but also there at the Hilton, which was directly across the street where most people were probably staying. But that's where you could find like that rotating ember statue, and they had some other
Drifter and operator.
drifter, yeah, and there was this big sign for TennoCon that you could sign. And I think, Jake, you had mentioned that they put on their stories like the sign, and you were like, "Oh, I see our names!" Like, it was so cute.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'll put up a couple of the photos that we took. Like, there was the 3 main starter frames, as well as some stuff from '99, and then the Arthur statue. But they had so many like photo opportunities, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the drifter the drifter and the operator set that was made by Hoku Props.
That's right.
And they were there as well, and they helped they were some of the judges at the cosplay contest.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I guess just to continue on that, the whole little like Warframe museum area that they had was all art from the community, like statues and like drawn art. Like, it was so neat just to see like how much DE really loves their community and supporting them in their art. And a lot of that, we see that right with TennoGen, like they use that stuff in game, which I think is so cool. But
I also have to point out quickly the merch store as well. Just going in there, and me and Trina were a little obsessed with everything.
Oh, like my basket, everything.
Yeah. But
Zem's looking at us like, how much money are you gonna spend?
Yeah.
Okay, so. But you gotta admit, my little Kubro pillow.
You're not even using it?
I am using it. I just pulled it up from behind me.
Oh, I saw you grab it from your side.
No, from behind me. It's so cute. I had to get it. It was hard to bring home, but I had to get it.
At least, you have to get the chair with it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They don't have it for sale.
I bet your flight was pretty comfy though with it.
I actually didn't use it on the flight.
Oh, you didn't get to use it?
I had random seats on the flight home, and I kept getting the comfort seats. And I was like, well,
poor you.
It's already nice and comfy. I don't really need more comfort. So.
Yeah. But yeah, some of the merch was they had so much too. Like we were looking around every corner, and we're like, oh my god, this is so cool. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Some of the statues that you could buy, they were so neat.
I wanted some so bad, but
they were like, limited edition apparently.
I can't bring this home.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. They had stuff from last year, I think, too, which I thought was nice. So like there was little floofs, like little stuffed animals and stuff, but then also like t-shirts from last year and hats, magnets.
Oh, and I think we should also say that they were selling Ollie plushies,
which also went to Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, all that money went to Make-A-Wish, which was really neat. So.
It was, we went and they were like putting more up, right? And they said this was like the last box.
Yeah.
They told you.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, they were going quick. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's also where I got my 2-song CD, so I don't think anyone will ever let me live that down, so I'm just going to embrace it at this point.
I was like, well, when you bought it and you were like, oh yeah, there's a whole CD, I'm like, where's the music? I want to listen to more of this.
There's more online than Great Disparity Party of Your Lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my head there is. Duh. I don't know.
The vinyl had at least all the rock
The-
songs.
the 99
Yeah, the
stuff.
99.
I think
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking in my head. Like, it was going to have,
Mhm.
like, all the 99 music, but it was
Yeah.
truly just The Great Despair.
The online, yeah.
Not even just online, just Great Despair.
Yeah, Great Despair, and then Great Despair Kim.
Kim version,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, well.
That's a relaxing song, though.
It is very nice. I'll just sit on my Palm PC in Warframe without
and
doing
just
anything.
listen to
Just
I will say, because, like, I have it in my car, and if I don't switch it to, like, something else, in my brain, I'm like, oh gosh, I forgot to do my text messages today.
It's a good
I'm
reminder.
out. I'm
Yeah.
all done.
You're out?
Oh, no.
Oh, well, now it's time for you to do that little reset thing that it keeps prompting us to do. All right. Well, on that note, I think we should wrap up day 2. This is a little bit longer of an episode because there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot. There's
Right.
still stuff that we haven't talked about.
For sure.
Yeah.
So probably in future episodes, we'll continue to chat about different random little things just because we forgot to talk about it. But we will see you guys in the next episode. And I don't think we need to go through how to find us because you can find us over on the Gamerheads website. Look for our reviews and coverage from the event, but also indie games as well. And also, if you listen to past podcasts, I think we have all gone through what our usernames and stuff are, but you can easily find us from Gamerhead's site or the YouTube as well.
Yeah, maybe we can put our stuff in the description, too.
I think,
That's a good idea.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
we do already, but maybe if we don't, I'll make sure that our stuff gets
Okay.
in the
Yeah,
description.
yeah. Cool.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for day 2 of TennoCon. We hope that you enjoyed listening to our experience, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.